it already. Pop. Pop, pop. Pop. Pop, pop. Pop. Pop, pop. Pop. Pop, pop. Already. Pop. Pop, pop. Pop. Pop, pop. Pop. Pop, pop. Pop.
Stick down the middle.
Dick Measle.
Dick Measle.
Hello and welcome to Misfits and Monsters. After our postponement last week, we apologise, but we are back. And I am your friendly neighbourhood dungeon master with a paedophile moustache. I'm apparently taking part in Movember this year, though it was not my choice to do so. Should we recount the things that I've heard so far?
No.
Porno plumber. There's one.
Laying some pipe.
French postman.
Yeah. I do like
Oh,
that. Gay dad.
Gay
dad.
You do look like
Wait.
a gay version of my dad.
And
wait a minute.
Timothy Dalton. There's another one.
You do look a bit Timothy
Yeah.
Dalton.
And Freddie Mercury.
Do you know why?
That's my
I mean,
favourite.
I'll take that one.
No, wait, so what's the difference between Freddie Mercury and gay dad?
Freddie Mercury never had
He's
kids.
not a dad.
Everyone is his child. All his
We are
songs
all
are
childs
children.
of Freddie. Yes, we are. Gotta love
We're
that
all
man.
childs of Freddie.
Yes.
Okay, but I'm taking them all as compliments anyway. Like they're just, oh no, the best one, drill sergeant.
You look like.
Nice.
Where's your hat? You look like
Gung Ho. I look like
G.I.
Gung Ho from G.I. Joe.
You do look like a...
Anyone out there who gets 80s toys and cartoon references, I'm your major.
You do look like
So,
a
yeah,
character out of like an 80s like Falklands
Oh,
documentary.
also Magnum PI. There's another one.
Yeah, I was
So
going to say a bit
during
Magnum.
and after the stream, tweet at us your best interpretation of what Aaron's name should be.
Yeah,
You've heard the samples.
Yeah.
Now come up with your own.
If anyone's in chat and anyone can be bothered to monitor it, let's hear some suggestions. Fuck it, let's milk this as far as we can. Like anyway, so we are absent of our Octobard, played by our friend Mike, because he's got dad business to be getting on with, and unfortunately Saren has also got some family commitments that he needs to
kids?
see through. No,
He's got relatives over.
he's got relatives though, and they can be just as bad. But yeah, so Mitra, our plain walking druid, is also absent today. But everybody else is here. This is a rare occasion. We've got absolutely everybody in on the game. This is great. So starting with Haz, tell us about your character stuff.
Hello, I'm Haz. I play.
Stop it, Max.
He's Haz.
Enough, child.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Aww.
Go and sit in the corner. Start again, please, Haz.
Alright, I'm Haz. As Max so eloquently put it, I do have a pumpkin forehead. I play Brambleberry, a skinny, straw-thin, short-grin scarecrow standing over 6 foot tall, looking like a mop that swept its fair share of public bathrooms.
Oh my.
I don't like
Smell like one too.
Oh dear. That's
Have you been doing a new one every week?
Huh? Yeah.
I haven't heard the same one. So
How do you keep that pace up?
We'll see.
I-
He shows
I
us
don't
all up.
they're not keeping him busy at work, obviously.
Well, this is it. Like,
Clearly.
they're
Pretty
not,
much.
they're not letting him do anything creative at work, so Haz has to do it all in this little segment before.
Not
yeah,
true.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Anyway, Mike. Sorry, Mike. Not you. Not you. You said enough. Mike, tell us about your character and their.
Sure. So I will be playing Ezra, the roguishly handsome bard who has turned his skill with words to immortalizing the adventures of the Misfits. But can his egotistical bravado give way to genuine heroism? And I'll have to update this at some point when I do something genuinely heroic, which may not be very soon.
Has yet to happen.
Yes, he did.
I don't know. You
Soon, GM.
you rediverted some
I'm still in the path of
shady
somebody.
dragonborn
at some
from
point.
going and harassing some work.
And I did that, that's true.
That was
Two
very,
minor heroic things.
that was fairly altruistic, low key, but you know.
Malaric sacrificed himself.
Not every hero wears a cape, Aaron.
That's noble.
Yeah, Max. Okay, let's have yours.
Hello, I play character called Boggart, and his ogre steed Grog, and I'd like to tell you today about Pee-wet. It's a regional food from the northern regions of the UK, Lancashire, Yorkshire, Cumbria, Durham, and Northumberland. Our resident northerner haven't ever heard of it. I find that hard to believe. It's reduced water in which dried peas have been boiled and they're used as a soup or gravy. It sounds disgusting.
Enough. We need not know any more about this foul
You know too
concoction.
much.
That's enough out of you, Max.
I can tell you all about mushy peas and gravy, but I've never heard of pee-wet.
That's me.
It
Sorry to
certainly
disappoint.
is. You've ruined everything. Now that that's out,
The stream's over, everyone.
America will now start making Pee-wet, and we'll never fucking hear the end of it. Craig, go for it.
Oh yeah, I might have to. I can't see. I play Cray, a reptilian bugbear, a big pink-scaled whirlwind of toothed claws and axe-bladed jaws. Exiled from his homeland, Cray's the original murder hobo.
Love it.
Nice. You know, should we wrap these over the
No.
few
Yo, listen.
cut off at the knees? Just...
Nope.
Pat, you up now? Do it.
All right, I play Sith, the half-orc, half-monk, greedy bastard who's ready to sweep some shit tonight.
Good. Have you had a chance to look at your new
Look at him role playing.
accoutrements?
Oh, fuck! I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, give it a read. Anyway,
Where did you send it to me? Was it on WhatsApp? I shall seek it out.
Yeah, I did. Whatever. I can't remember. Kat, last but not least, give us your special sports sauce.
Special
Not Pee-wet.
sauce. Not the hot
Maybe.
sauce. No, I play Kayla, our resident pyromaniac. She's a tiefling, lilac-skinned tiefling battle mage on a path of revenge and Red Dead Redemption. She likes whips and chains, demons and flames. Gets me every time. Pass the hot sauce. She's serving up abyssal realness.
Yes.
Yes, Green.
Yes.
All right.
Come
Okay.
through.
Come through.
So, what happened? Like, you guys, the last we saw of you, you helped a dwarven proprietor of the Felzoon's Folly punish a halfling that had been
Oh yeah.
Oh
stealing from them, and
Shit tank.
threatened
This
him
was not a-
with being dunked in a big tub of dung. And it was merely a threat, but one of you took it quite literally. Was it Cray? Who did this?
No,
to
no! It
you?
was Bramble.
Who was
I
it?
did it.
Was it Bramble?
It was me,
So
Bramble.
Bramble just
It was
Yeah,
dumped
and
Bramble!
head first into this
Not just
pot of steaming feces.
Aw.
Yeah.
Kayla disapproves and will remember this.
But what else happened with that session? Was it the last session where Ezra?
Was that the session where we were in the market? No,
No.
that was before.
This is what happens when you go
We-
without playing. Sure, this
We
is
came
really
across those people that were going to the brothel.
oh yeah, was it the Dragonborns?
Yeah, we
Yeah, the two Dragonborn.
Yeah,
And,
because it upset
um,
Camlin hearing them talk so, objectifying the people that work there in such a revolting manner. So Ezra took it upon himself to re-divert them to try and get into Camlin's good graces, and Camlin was reluctantly grateful, but was, still his same surly and reticent
there was
self.
also a sound in the basement of where we're currently sleeping.
Yes,
I
in the
thought.
bowels of the earth, Cray when he was
Yes.
storing stuff in your chest, like where you keep a lot of your valuables, he heard like this muffled sound of somebody whimpering and banging on
Below the basement.
Below the basement. And after a brief investigation, couldn't find any means to locate a trapdoor that went lower.
Is that where we are now?
Yeah. Well, no. Where are you? I think you are currently still at Felzoon's Folly, where you just dunked that unfortunate halfling in shit.
Shit tanked him.
Yeah.
Steaming shit tank.
Craig will remember this.
Was it boiling?
Yeah, it was hot shit.
Yeah, because I used prestidigitation to like increase the temperature of it, just to add a bit of
So
something.
let me just give us a soundtrack.
Nasty.
Is this too loud? Shall I turn it down?
It's good for us, but I don't know if it's good for everyone else.
Okay, so it's Felzoon Thar, a bristle-bearded dwarf, and he's the one that asked you to come over and help him harass this sneaky halfling. And he says, like, right, now this is all done with, I have another matter that I'd like your help with, but you don't have to do it right now, maybe on your way back when you're passing here again. I've got an item of unusual furniture that I believe Quendava Illistrim of the Unicorn's Horn Inn would be interested in acquiring for his lounge. It's just the sort of thing that he likes to feature in there, but it's a heavy and awkward object, and I need more than myself and my apprentice back there's strength to move it. So if you strong-backed folk wouldn't mind giving us a lift with that. I mean, we don't have to do it right now, but
Okay.
what do you say? That you'll of course be compensated for your time and effort.
What is it?
It's well, I don't like to say it too loud in case there's some objection to it, but it's an owlbear armchair. A very rare and unusual piece. A chair made from an owlbear.
Wow.
Can I sit in it?
No, none of you can sit in it. It needs to be preserved. It needs to arrive at Quendaver at the Unicorn Horn Inn in pristine condition.
What day?
Oh well, it's really up to you. I mean, we can. If you've got time now, we can do it now, or you can do it another day.
Do you have any overalls? We can wear?
I see most of you are wearing overalls.
Oh yeah, we are.
Yeah, you got your dung sweepers.
We could pretend. Is it the unicorn's horn that this person's going to be moving?
Yeah.
Yeah, Orwell. Not Orwell.
We could pretend to be removal men.
Trowel, something or other. That gnomish diplomat.
We could do that, or we could do like a classic Trojan horse. Oh no, actually it's a chair. I thought it was a wardrobe. My bad. I thought it was a wardrobe. I was like,
sorry, just out of game. That gnome. Sorry, this half. No, who is it? You acquired somebody to spy on.
Copper pot.
Yeah,
copper,
it was the other halfling that you
The
Callus
halfling.
Copper Kettle.
Copper kettle. that's it.
He's spying upon the movements of Umtral to inform
Yes.
you. So
Yeah.
we could go under the guise
6 gold pieces a day.
of bloody hell, of removal men, and get ourselves in there under that. If
I
we,
thought we already had a spy.
he's the one, yeah.
he's the one. Yeah, just to remind you.
Yeah.
We have a network of spies.
I'd
So-
already paid him.
Cole,
Yeah, not paid any of them yet.
the foreman of the dung sweepers, he says, he's like, right, well, yeah, I mean, we can help out whenever you want with this. It's really up to you lot. You'll be doing most of the work, because obviously we'll have to look busy, as it were.
Grog, you feel like doing it now?
Yeah, I guess.
Right. Well, I mean, there's enough room. Excuse me. There's enough room in the back of the cart at the minute for us to get this in properly, but we'll have to squeeze in around it.
Should we do it now?
Are you growing a mustache?
No, he's losing a beard.
No.
Is this the cart that we've put all the shit in?
Yeah, but it's sealed away in those barrels. It won't go anywhere near the. Unless
This
you
could
want-
go disastrously wrong.
I mean, should we offload the barrels then? Like what? Before we undertake this job?
What's a good day to go to the Unicorn's Horn?
Well, when
When is it?
Umtral moves there, which is on day 6,
Which is the next day.
which is the next day, yeah.
Let's
Which
do it
is,
tomorrow when we can keep our eyes on
Yeah.
Trowel.
All right. Well, okay. So Felzoon, we'll come back tomorrow, and after our day's labour, make sure we haven't got any of these dung barrels on the back. You know, because it could. Who knows if there could be an accident? Could spill everywhere. Get all in the fur of that nice owlbear armchair. Don't want that. So yeah, we'll come tomorrow after our last shift and do it then. And Felzoon is like, all right, that sounds grand. So tomorrow evening then. I'll see you then. Right. I must get back. I've got things to attend to. If you wouldn't mind just giving this alleyway a bit of a clean up after that little fella went running up and down covered in crap. Right. See you then. And he departs and leaves the dung sweepers to just quickly scoop up and clean down the flagstones or cobblestones or whatever this area has of any remaining detritus. So Cole says, right, where's next? Who wants to roll the dice?
Me!
Okay, go for it. 3d6, please.
13.
13. Move the marker 13 places, please, Craig.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Felton Lane, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
shit!
when we go home,
Jesus.
Yeah.
can we just check? I mean, are we drinking in Moleskine Tavern? We've gone past for the night.
To be honest, I cannot remember, so I'm just operating as if this is like after the lunchtime and some. If anybody else can remember and remind me, so I really couldn't be asked to go back watch the
What's
last
that?
episode.
What are we trying to remember?
We've passed the night time, so we normally get offered to go for a drink at the
Oh yeah, that's
the
right.
Mill Schools Tavern.
What
right.
time did we say we were going to meet the halfling?
Anybody made a note of that?
I'm sure it was later than it was about around midnight, from what I remember.
That sounds right. Yeah.
If that's how you remember it, that's how we'll play it.
Cool.
Copper kettle, was it?
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't made a note of that, so we'll say that you later this evening you've got to rendezvous with Copper.
It was
Yeah.
it was midnight.
And you meet us at the Bowels of the Earth, wasn't it? No.
Yeah.
Mill School Tavern, that's right. Yeah. didn't I?
No, it was Bowser.
Bowser the Earth after your shift.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cole says to you like, I think Feln Lane's next on the agenda. Let's have a bit of a short break, like mid-afternoon break, and then we'll get on with cleaning that around that place. And
Okay.
so Jasper says, "All right, this is the perfect time for us to try some of my Halfling leaf. I got a whole new pouch, fresh like, and you know, if you're willing to partake, we can all have a bit while we're having a bit of break. What you reckon?"
What does it do?
Well, it's just, you know, calms the nerves and clears the mind. It's
Did I ever tell you the story of my brother died from that really strong strand?
Well, no, I don't know you that well, and we've only really been working together for about 5 days, so
I can't remember what it was called now.
well, it wasn't Halfling leaf, I can assure you of that.
No, it sounds something dangerous like death leaf, or like you're gonna die from smoking this leaf, something along those lines.
Right, just taken unawares then, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, we us gnomes do things quite literally. That doesn't mean that we often don't listen to what we've previously said, so it often means that we die, obviously.
Well, whatever you say, I'm gonna smoke some of my weed. You're all welcome to join me if you like. You know, I'll share it with whoever fancies it. So he offers you all some from his pouch. Yeah, you're gonna.
Sure. I mean, it says it's not gonna kill me, so.
Literally.
Do you want to roll a Constitution for it to see if it harms you in any way? Gnomes' unique dispositions could be affected detrimentally by Halfling leaf.
Get you the shit.
Wait, this is Halfling leaf?
That's what I said. Well, I am a Halfling. And, oh, bloody hell.
Oh God! Gnomes are allergic to half-leaf leaf.
This one's a nuisance. I think you'll find that gnomes are allergic to chicken eggs. If I know my literary references correctly.
That is also true. You haven't got any eggs on you, have you?
No, but I should have brought some because I wouldn't have minded pelting you with them.
Bear in mind, I'm the one paying you.
All right, okay. And then Cole interrupts us like, "Oi, look at that!" And he points up to one of the second stories of a nearby building, and he says, "Oh, I know that wanker." He's like, he's that's the fella that stole my girlfriend from me, and he's climbing up into that window of one of them hard currency girls. Like, let's catch him out. Come on, you get up there and see if we can.
Is he midway through climbing?
He's just about to climb into the window, and then he disappears.
Ah.
Well, unless you want to try something.
I want to javelin.
Have you got a climb? Before you do that.
Okay.
Have you got a climb speed?
Not a climb speed. Actually, I'm not very good at climbing.
No, if you haven't got a defined climb speed, then we'll move past this. Yeah.
Mine's the same as my.
You have got a climb speed. What is it?
It's the same as my walking speed.
Okay.
I can just scurry up that wall without falling.
Sif can.
So Cole is like,
Naruto.
right, you are then. Go on, get.
Do you want him dead?
No, I don't want him dead. I just want to teach him a lesson. He's a
down
scoundrel.
All right then, but listen, you owe me one for that.
No problem. Happy to do so.
Okay, brilliant. And so I just kind of pretty much effortlessly scurry up to that wall and peek into the window.
Okay. Make a dexterity acrobatics check, but with advantage for me, please.
Okay, sure. Let's see. Dex acrobatics.
Yeah.
Cool. That's let's see. That's a non-natural 20. That's a non-natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, I just rolled a nat 20. No joke.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Ooh, I could have changed that.
Just-
There's no evidence.
He's
I
like,
could have changed that. Well, I did.
No, I believe you. I believe you. Okay, what happens now?
Golden natural.
Okay, I did. I would never fudge that kind of roll.
What does it mean though?
DM's honour, like we have in it.
Never trusted a man with a mustache.
Never trust a man with a mustache like this. So,
Right.
Sif speedily just like, literally runs up the wall.
He's got
But
this.
but this guy is also incredibly fast, and he scrambles into the window before Sif even gets halfway up. And as you reach level, you become level with the sill of the window. What do you want to do here, Sif? Do you want to just step in after him, or do you want to hold back and look in? What's your decision?
I want to look in to see what I'm
So you
what I'm
lean
facing.
forwards inside, and you see this guy is already trouserless and in
Oh
flagrante with a lady that's occupying a bedroom here.
What's going on there, Sif?
And you,
You need an adult detective.
They'll
We know
call him
one.
the adult detective.
Okay, all right, okay. So I kind of look down to the what's the name of that guy that wanted me to do this?
Cole.
Sorry, I look down to Cole and I just kind of beckon him to closer to me.
all right, okay, and he like pushes forwards and is like, what is it? What you see?
All right, so he's already balls deep.
Oh,
Nice.
well,
Um,
can you see his trousers? Are his trousers within reach?
I mean, are they within reach? I'd say.
They're on a stool. He's just thrown them on a stool, which is next to the window, just directly in front of you.
Okay, so I reach in and try to grab his trousers without him being able to notice me.
Okay, do a sleight of hand check for me, please.
Sure.
Are you sure that
I'm really
Um, That's a 16.
16. Come on, gang, pay attention. Okay. Yes, you take them like rapidly, just snatch them off the stool, and with barely like a breeze from the action, and you've now got these trousers like held in your arms, and you see that there's also a rolled up piece of parchment sticking out of one of the rear pockets of these pantaloons.
Okay, so I look down to Cole and I go, "What do you want me to do with those?" And I show him that I have the trousers.
Give him here, drop. And he,
Okay, so I just took him to him,
and he catches him, and he's like, got you.
and then I start scrambling down from the window.
Got you now, you bastard. We'll see what Sarah thinks about you now. And so you earn a point for that, Sif.
Oh.
Nice. All right. I've got 6 points now.
And I've got this wrong. The parchment was separate to the trousers, but it doesn't matter. Let's say you successfully took them both because the roll was good enough for that. And Cole's like, right. So he's like, hold on, don't come all the way down yet. Don't come all the way down yet. And he opens the parchment and he shows you, he's like, look, so it's a menu, as it were, of services. And he turns it around and you can see vivid illustrations, like pictograms with
funny.
prices next to them. And he's like, oh, that's expensive for that. He's like, well, I'm going to sneak this into the back pocket of these trousers, and then when he goes to see Sarah later this evening, like, hopefully she'll discover this illicit evidence in his back pocket, and that'll be enough to incriminate him in her eyes, and then I can get back with her. That'll be wonderful, yeah. And then he scrunches up this thing into like a rough folds and shoves it into the back pocket. He's like, right, Sif, just get back up there and put this back on there where you found it.
All right, pass it here.
Like,
So I grab them from him and I scurry back up and try to place them gently back on the stool.
Okay. So they're still at it, but this time in a different position. And
He's killing her.
the woman is facing you, so you're gonna have to be extra. You're gonna have to be extra dexterous to pull this off. So, so
Okay.
do a stealth check for me, please.
Oh, this is not gonna end well, guys.
I'm going to wish you best of luck. You can do it. I'm going to give you Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration.
Nice.
Okay, remind me what that does for me.
You get a
If you want to use it, you can add a D10.
Ooh, yeah, definitely.
Nice.
I'll definitely think about it. Hold on, that's a D. No, 10. Okay. All right. So my stealth check is 22.
Ooh, good. That's good.
just like in front of her, just like hello.
Yeah, that's more than enough to do. So she's just blissfully unaware of your presence. So she's
This guy is good.
enwrapped with whatever with the activity that they're engaged in. So you can just put these trousers back without any danger of being noticed and complete that task for Cole. And
All right, great. Hold on. Is there anything else in that room within my reach?
Don't get greedy.
There's a really big, like.
no, an infinity.
No.
Candlestick, guys, come on.
No.
On like a vanity to the left of the window, there is a small pot that's got like it's like a tip jar. And it's full of various coins.
It's full of coppers. She's not. She's faking it.
Are you really going to steal from this woman? Is Sif that?
No. See, okay. I look at the jar and then I think about all the platinum coins I have back in the pub, and I decide against it.
Yeah.
It's like not gonna bother for small change like that.
Okay.
But if you had valuable, that would change.
That candlestick, man, you want to go for that?
Well, anyway, you earn 2 points rather than 1 for that, so you've got another point. And mission complete in that regard. So Cole is like, well done, nice, yes.
All right, so I jump down and I give him a high five, but he doesn't know what that is.
He's like, and he kind of clumsily like smears his hand on your hand. He's like, I don't know what this is, but yeah, all right, yeah, okay. Different. I'm willing to learn.
It just means a job well done, mate.
Great, yeah. And then he turns around and tries to do it to everybody else, and it's like he's just smearing his hand over. Yeah, this is how it's done. Yeah, good job well done.
Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing absolutely.
Whoa, all right. Well, we won't do it to you then. Oh, blimey. Allergic to halfling leaf and whatever this thing's called.
Oh, and I hate halflings.
They're very sensitive.
Jasper's like, oi, I'm a halfling.
Oh, I like you, Jasper.
Well, thank you. He's like, phew. And he carries on smoking his pipe. So Cole's like, right, break's over. Let's move on. So who wants to roll for the next destination?
I've been rolling pretty well, so let's do that.
All
It's
right.
2d6s, right?
Yeah,
3.
3d6.
Oh, sorry.
We are on the next day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've been away for a minute, so I don't
We
remember.
went overnight.
Did you? Okay.
And that is a total. And that is a pitiful total of 6.
Is it what?
6.
It's 6.
Move them 6, please.
I don't know if low scores aren't good for us because it means we visit more places.
Yeah.
Oh, it's right next to the
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
Oh, that's weird. It's like scrolling it in reverse.
You're the House of Cleanliness.
Why is it doing that? That's weird.
House of Cleanliness.
It's so clean in this
Okay.
house.
Let me just consult my. Wait, what number was the House of
S2.
Cleanliness? S2. Here we go. Okay. He's like, right, it's a bit of business and pleasure on this one. We're gonna sidle up to the House of Cleanliness now. This tends to be where the Launderers Guild are on base, and as you remember from like a few days ago, you have a bit of a rivalry with them. Like we like to play pranks on each other, but if I'm honest, we're winning this game by a mile. Like just they're not very good at it, but oh no, they're also terrible at darts and trivia. We've been beating them hands down in all the quizzes and games at the local taverns. But I've got a perfect prank to get those stupid bastards. I've been eating beets and boiling down and saving the juice, and really all I need is a volunteer. That one of you that hopefully they won't recognise, because they didn't meet all of you when we had that brief set to with them in that alley with the.
I met them.
Yeah.
So
I met them too.
which of you didn't meet? I know Sif met them because you.
I think I was probably in the cart then. I don't recall meeting them.
Oh,
Right.
actually, I wasn't there. Grog was there, weren't you, Grog?
Yeah, but I mean, without meaning any offence, you can't go anywhere without Grog, can you?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you know, look, he's
Right.
your legs, and he.
What legs? They're gone.
Oh man, oh, all right, Fritz, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
look what
I'm
you've
sorry
gone and
for being
done.
sensitive. It's I meant nothing by it. All I'm saying, point is, you're very noticeable. Whereas
There's Glassy.
your man here, Ezra, they never saw him. They've never met Bramble, as far as I'm aware. Kayla they've met for definite. So it leaves just two of you to undertake this mission for me. So which of you two wants to give it a go? You've got to basically sneak in and into the House of Cleanliness and I don't know, somehow persuade your way inside and sneak the beet juice into one of their soap barrels.
How big is the beet juice container?
It's just a small round vials. You don't need a lot of beet juice to medium-sized vial, I'd say, not small.
Can Bog cast Tiny Servant on the vial?
Yeah.
And it sprouts. It becomes animated. It
Nice.
sprouts like tiny little arms and legs. It's under my control for 8 hours.
So Cole is like, whoa, and he drops it and it falls to the ground, but lands on its
Yeah,
feet. And it's like, and it's there
And-
waiting for instruction. He says, "That's
And
amazing."
Ezra would like to cast invisibility on it.
Nice.
So Ezra casts invisibility on it and it disappears, and Cole's just like, whoa, it's miraculous. It's like, oh, you guys prove above and beyond useful in all areas as far as I'm concerned. I will be sure to tell Mert and the others that you are just masters of the crafts. So
Mastercraft.
so yeah, can this be given instruction in time?
It can telepathically given commands 120 feet away, and it will follow.
Of course, now it's invisible. We have no idea of knowing if it's successful.
Yeah, we don't.
Maybe you should have held the visibility.
It's like, well,
Never mind.
the fact of the matter is, it's still got to somehow get inside and navigate its way to the one of their soap barrels in the rear of the guild hall.
Does it
Do
cast
we know where the soap barrels are?
Like I say, they're kind of in the rearmost chambers at the back of the guild hall. That tends to be where a lot of the mashing and what have you goes on.
Are there any windows or doors?
Yeah, there's a number of I suppose you'd call them chimneys or like outlets that funnel fresh air in and out of the rooms. Might be able to use them that means you don't have to go inside. Perhaps we could just pop this little fella in through one of them, and he could make his way into the washroom is what it tends to be called.
Tiny guy, hop into Grog's hands.
And Rog's holding it in his hands.
Okay, so you feel these light little footsteps, and then a greater weight of the vial filled with liquid as it drops into his palms. So it's there. He's like, well, let's sneak round the back then. I mean, there could be some launderers round there. They often.
Which one of you's stealthy?
Who's the most stealthy in your group?
Cast invisibility again.
I'm quite stealthy, but they're seeing me.
I am fairly stealthy, but I think they have seen me before as
But
well.
if you're invisible, it doesn't matter. They won't be able to see you.
Invisibility, the answer to all the problems.
Cast more
You
invisibility.
can't hide from your problems.
Oh no, the peanuts.
They're not peanut, they're chickpeas.
I can also be conventionally stealthy if you'd like.
Yeah, do that, Ezra. Take the tiny circle. Hold up your hands.
So, which of you is like the sneakiest of you all? Like, who's?
Probably
I
Craig.
got +8 to stealth.
I can have advantage on dex checks
Ooh.
for 10 minutes and have +8 to stealth.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be you then, mate.
All right.
Yeah.
I also, oh no, I got rid of my lucky feat, which means I can re-roll stuff. But yeah, still it's pretty good.
Is that all right?
Okay, I will use my channel divinity to tap into my oath of heroism, which gives me peerless athleticism.
Does
I'm a peerless
the
athlete.
tiny
10
serpent
minutes.
lose its invisibility because you just cast another spell?
I believe that this is not concentration, but let me check.
But if it's secreted on his person, it would be invisible, right?
Yeah, no,
Would it
if
be?
it's
Yeah, but it still being invisible would work to your advantage because once it leaves his hands and it's got its own individual invisibility cast.
No, it's not. It doesn't require concentration, but I can only do one of my channel divinities per day.
right.
So no, I can do both.
Cool.
Okay, well take this, Ezra, and just let me know when you put it into position, and I'll tell it to hop into one of the vats.
And I'm looking for the washroom. Do we know the best route to it, or do I have to figure it out as I go?
To be honest, the internal layout of their guild hall is not something that I'm privy to.
Perhaps
what
can
was
Bramble cause distractions as well?
I'd have sent Jasper
I can-
in, being as he's the most diminutive of all, and I would have had him sneak in somehow and try and find it. But being as you guys have got all sorts of nifty skills to work to our advantage, then it's better that it's one of you. But like I say, if we can get the thing inside via one of them outlets, perhaps like it could relay information to you and then relay it to me, and I could tell you whether that sounds right, go right or left or go straight on. Should we try that? But if there's launderers outside in the alley, how are we going to accomplish this?
Distraction.
Right. So
That's one thing we are good at.
Yep.
So what do you propose? Anybody got any ideas?
Shitballs.
Pants on fire.
Shitballs, horse on fire. What else?
Pants on fire.
Pants on fire. They are launderers, right?
Dance party.
How about
Dance
how
party.
we could rid
Spontaneous
I mean, it'd be
street
a
dancing.
distraction.
we could rig our wagon so it drops crap all over the front door. That should
Yeah,
catch
but-
their attention for a
And
while.
we'd have to clean it up. They won't. They'd be like, "This is your job, more than my job's worth. That's what you get paid for." So
Well, can you think of
But you have to
any
sacrifice-
better idea to? This is some extracurricular activity as it is.
What if we put a book
What about-
above a door that's covered in shit?
Can Kayla do any illusions or?
Could Kayla set some curtains on fire?
Just
I
set shit
can
on
set
fire.
things on fire.
I don't know about you, but
I
you
can
do
read
have
Nothing
to
causes panic like a fire.
pay
I
attention.
can read minds. I've got thaumaturgy, so I could make like the ground shake.
The ground shape. And then fire.
I can make rumbles
then
of
fire.
thunder. I can make sound. Cause flames to flicker. Cause harmless
Nah,
trees.
we want more than that.
why is everybody's mic so quiet?
Yeah, really quiet.
I don't know what it is.
I think after the new update, Discord did make some changes to the voice settings.
Oh, a bit weird.
I can make a
'Cause
mage hand.
I had
Just flip
to
them off with a magic hand.
Make a flame.
I had to disable automatic gain control, and I had to manually set my input sensitivity for it to start working.
Ah.
Okay, well, we'll remember that for next time. Thanks, Pat.
So, can we just check round the corner and see if there's any at the back?
Yeah, that would be the first step. I mean, so who wants to volunteer? Like, go ahead.
Shall I sneak around the corner then?
Yeah. So do a stealth check, please.
Stealth check, yeah, with advantage.
Yeah.
19.
19. So, without being detected at all, quite as a mouse, you make it to the opening of the alley, peer around, and you see that there are two of the launderers standing either side of the rear entrance to the guild hall on a smoke break, and they've both got like a pipe. We're just standing there, partaking of the leaf. But you also notice that there are a number of maybe 4 of these quite wide-mouthed pipes that are projecting out from the wall at about 7 feet high above their heads, and there's some faint wisps of steam trailing out of their ends.
Heat it up.
Mage hand, okay.
Hella, mage hand.
You don't see this.
Oh, sorry.
It's Ezra.
I don't-
So
yeah.
that's what you see, Ezra. So there
Yeah,
are
I'll pop back to the group to report that there are these two guys stood at the door.
Kayla,
Yes.
maybe you could use mage hand. It was my idea.
But you just whispered in my ear. I just said exactly what you said. I don't even know.
I mean, I could drop the invisibility and do an illusion.
I can do a mage hand. That is also fine.
Your illusions work. We can do that.
No, don't waste your spells.
We want the bottle invisible there.
I think it wants it. Well, yeah, it depends how.
I can-
good it is.
What's the
Brahma
range
can
of
help
the
with illusions, but
telepathy that
depends what
the
you want.
bottle hat could have?
120 feet.
120 feet. Yeah, you'd be still within range. Fuck it. Let's just say you will be, just for the sake of hijinks. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Ezra, you keep the invisibility up. I'll keep the tiny servant going, and Kayla can mage hand the bottle into the vent, and then I can control it and get it into the thing. I mean, I don't know why we're so invested in this. We don't even care about these people.
Are we sure that we can climb through the vent? Like,
Listen, if you do this for me, I will buy all of your lunches for the remainder of your time here for the next
Oh.
5
Nice.
days.
Deal.
If
Do you know what might
can
work?
Play
Let's-
this trick on these bastards.
we can do some more tricks while we're at it. How about you use Mage Hand to pinch one of the
Their
guy's
bottoms.
bums
Oh.
so that it thinks that the
Caleb's
other one.
like, Caleb's like, heck yeah.
Where are you gonna take it?
The butt.
How high
Oh.
are the?
I just got that.
How high are the vents?
7 feet, maybe a bit more. Give or take a few inches.
I don't know if you'd be able, like, if it's a steam vent, it's not just going to have an empty. It's not just a tube. It's
It's yeah.
It's going to go into
Steam.
something. There'll be a fan, or there'll be a grate, or there'll be a machine at the other end.
True.
Machines like that don't exist in this time period. So it literally is just.
Or
ventilation.
coals or something, right? Or maybe that's not a
It's
problem.
just vent. It's just a vent. Cole says he's like, this ain't no dwarven or gnomish contraption. Like, they are literally just holes that are bored through the walls that just help fresh air flow in and out
Oh,
of
alright.
rooms. So, you know, it's not a what do those tinkerers call it? Like it's not an extractor. It's just a vent, like to keep airflow going.
Right, play
Alright
the
then.
action then, guys.
Let's do it.
Float it up. Kayla, do the spell.
Mage hand, pinch bottom.
And I'll just hold out the bottle.
So one of the launderers and he just starts hopping around. He's like, "Did you just pinch my arse, Tony? What's that about? What's going on? What do you mean by that?" What do you mean? It's like, and Tony is just like, I didn't pinch your arse. Why would I be doing that now? I got no
So
reason.
while they're having this discussion, Ezra starts to creep around the corner.
Okay, so
Um,
with advantage, do stealth. What were you saying, Bramble? There, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, is there like two corners, one that's coming in and one that's coming out, or is it like almost like a cul-de-sac kind of thing?
It's part of a block of buildings, so you'd probably have to go down the street and around and make your way around the rear of all these properties.
Is it roughly around about 60 foot away? The other.
No, it's further than that.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I mean, if Bramble wanted to have moved off and started to make his way around the block and come the opposite way at the further end of that alley, he can do if he wants to. It's up to you. So
whilst that was going on, could we just say Bramble did that because Bramble was going to cast Silent Image whilst just after Kayla did the pinching of the bottoms, and
Nice.
with this Silent Image, you create an image of an object or a creature or some other visual phenomena no larger than 50-foot cube. So he's going to do are these halflings?
No, they're both humans, generic.
Oh, so Bramble creates. So he sits on the floor like a beggar, but he creates for concentration and concealment. And he's going to create an image of a beautiful fair maiden just peering around the corner and just waving at them.
Oh, peering.
What?
Pooing.
Pooing around the corner.
Leering.
Cooing, yeah.
So Tony's like,
Core strength.
as he's like, I did not pinch your bottom. And he's like, oh, hello. He's like, who's that over there? And he's like, Reg, look. And Reggie's like, I definitely think it's, he's like, hello, miss, can we be of assistance?
So while this is happening, I creep further around, try and put the bottle in the van.
Okay. Yeah.
The
So I rolled 23 for stealth. Do you want me to do it again?
No. So you in the nearest vent, you drop the invisible bottle, and its little feet. You hear the little tinkle of its little glass feet.
Move along the vent.
And it's and Ezra hears it scuttle off, and then you hear it as it slides down. Yeah, and it's communicating with you that it's travelling fast down a chute, and then it comes to a standstill and sees an opening at the end into a brightly lit chamber beyond.
I don't think it can describe what's in there.
Oh, so it just takes instruction.
Yeah, so I'm just like.
Oh, because it's got no eyes. Of course it can't. Yeah.
What's the intelligence of this thing?
Wait, I don't think it's that much information. It's tiny 7. So you touch one tiny non-magical object that isn't attached to another object or surface and isn't being carried by another creature. The target animates and sprouts with arms and legs, becoming a creature under your control till the spell ends. See the stat block for its statistics. I don't have the.
Which one was it? Unseen Servant?
Dark vision, true sight. It has all of them.
So have you got exanthers or anything? Tiny servant.
Tiny 7. We can get it up.
What do we got?
Monsters. There you go. Top one. No, that's the spell.
Oh, sorry. Is this one right?
Top. Yeah.
This guy. What do you want to know?
Well, it has a 2 intelligence.
In the meantime, the illusion's starting to blow kisses at the guards.
So.
Blind sight. So it can
60 feet.
It can just see anything. That's true, isn't it? Like blind sight just means it can see 60 feet, regardless of the situation.
It means, despite the fact that it's got no eyes, it can sense things in its surroundings.
Like a bat.
Like.
Okay, so move along the vent until you see a vat. Then I want you to move to the vat. Have you moved to the vat?
It can't speak, can it? Is it psychic communication?
So I can speak telepathically to it.
Can I see through the window to see if it's?
Yeah, you can look into the window, which is like to the side.
Can I can't see the thing because it's invisible.
And it's all condensed.
Is there anyone else in the room?
Yeah, there's a number of people working. You can see somebody is at like a giant vat of steaming hot water, and they're stirring like linens or whatever around in it. There's other people like pouring flakes of soap into there, and there's another barrel that's full of soap, and then there's another one that's full of what appears to be still water, and there's people bustling about to and fro doing various tasks, folding in like washed linens and putting them onto like a cart of some kind to take elsewhere. But it's heavily condensated, so it seems like it's very humid in there, very...
Find a vat. I want you to climb onto the edge and then tip yourself in. Tip the liquid inside you in the vat.
Okay, so you hear it say,
Yes, boss.
and then and you ding 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 ding. And,
What a cute little kamikaze.
fortunately, Ezra, you can, even though you can't see the thing itself, directly below where this vent, this tubular vent is one of those vats of soapy water, and so you estimate from the distance from where you're looking at this thing to where presumably where the wall ends and the opening of the other side of this tubular vent is, the vial of beet juice could theoretically jump into this vat and contaminate it. But how are you going to relay that information?
I'm going to have to sneak back, so I'll sneak back around the corner and try and rejoin the group.
Ezra, did you see anything? Has it done its job?
I have no idea, but what you can tell it is that the vat of liquid to pour into is immediately beneath the vent. So if it's just dropped down, then just go right ahead and pour it on in.
If you jumped off the vent, it's right below you, and pour yourself in. Yes, boss.
Roll a percentile dice for me, please.
Oh god. Is that 90?
60.
Oh, 60, sorry. Yeah, 60.
Okay, so you are lucky.
Okay.
So, has Ezra snuck back to the window to see anything, or have you staying with where they are?
I'm currently with the group.
Have people moved off? Are the two people still there?
Do we need to check if it's worked?
They've moved away a bit, and they're Reg is like, Miss, you don't appear to be wearing a lot of clothing. It's very cold out. Would you like us to get you a gown or some kind? Like, are you lost? And everyone is like, I don't think she's in her right mind, Tony. I think she's one of them menkles that we hear about these days.
I'll ask the group. Should I sneak back around and see what's happening in there?
She starts to pretend to shiver.
Got it. Yeah, go on.
What did Bramble say?
Oh, I was going to say she pretends to shiver and winks at him.
So he's like, right, you just wait just there, and I'll be right back out. He's like, don't be a blame fool, Red Tony. She's clearly not right. This is some kind of trick. I'm sure of it. I'm not sure about it. He's like, oh, shut up, Reg. You are such a miserable bastard. And he pushes past his friend, and he opens the door, and like a cloud of steam just wafts out into the alleyway.
If you pulled out the thing, run out the door. Run out the door.
If you've pulled out the thing.
Yeah. If you...
So it's like, job done, boss. And it's like, stuck in barrel.
No.
You did good, buddy. You did good.
What Ezra? Have you snuck back, or what did you say you were doing?
I'll just poke my head around the corner, so I'm not going around the back of the building.
You see that one of the two men, Tony, has opened the door. Steam's wafted out and filling the alleyway, and he's gone back inside of the building. Whereas his friend is waiting there with his pipe in hand, like looking at this this illusion of this woman that Bramble.
Okay, so I'll creep around and have another look in the window and see if there's any kerfuffle about some weird spillage on the floor or anything like that.
Okay, so
Do you want me to sneak?
you can see. Yeah, do a stealth for me, please, with advantage at the moment. Yeah.
Ooh, that's only 16.
16.
They are distracted though.
Yeah, I should roll with disadvantage. No, that was a fair point. That was a fair point. Yeah, they don't beat your. Oblivious. The workers are just, one of them's still busy stirring, one of them's still taking clean linens out of the still water barrel and
Starting to go red.
starting to drape them over a drying thing, while another one's taking the dried ones and folding them and putting them on a cart. And you see that one of the barrels starts to turn like a pinkish hue, like the suds are starting to go pink, and he's like, what's going on? What's this? What the? We've got a problem. We've got a problem here. Something's contaminated the water. Everything's going pink. Oh no! What do we do? Oh no! This is all our workwear. This is our overalls for the next week. Oh no! Get the boss! Get the boss! Boss! And so mission accomplished.
All right, I'll head back to the group then.
If they tip out of the barrel, run out the door. Yes, boss. Good job. Thanks, boss.
Aw,
Can you tell him to come back to it? I want to keep this bottle. This guy's great.
All right.
keep him forever.
Oh, man,
You've got to give him a name.
what did we do?
Is he back with us?
You guys are just talking into the air. I'm very confused.
So Cole's like, so how'd it go? Success? Has it died all there?
Absolutely. The liquid all turned pink and bubbled up, and they didn't know what hit.
I cannot wait to see them over the next few days. This is going to be priceless. It's like, lunch is on me. For the rest of your stay with us, I'll cover all expenses for your food and drink.
Can we also get pink uniforms?
I mean, if you want to dye your uniform pink, then
I think it
go
will
ahead.
match my skin.
I mean,
Colour blocking. I
you
like it.
just end up looking yellow or brown by the end of the day's work.
true.
If we kill enough people, you could just turn it like a pink, red colour.
I swear you're evil.
Now that we've got that little bit of business sorted out, and while you were doing that, the guys have been cleaning up, so everything's done in this area, we can move on. So who's up next? Who wants to do a roll?
Have we got the bottle back?
No.
Can you tell him to come back to us?
Can we
Stuck
get
in the
him?
barrel. Yeah, he's stuck in the barrel at the moment. I've told him if they tip out the barrel,
Rescue
he
mission.
Oh, he actually fell in the barrel.
yeah.
I thought he was coming out the door.
Aw.
No, I told him to come out the door if he can.
Oh.
Aw, precious.
We need to mount a rescue operation.
You
Maybe.
can if you
Oh,
want.
Paul.
Let's go full murder, Hobo. Let's kill those motherfuckers. We gotta
I mean,
save
we
the
do
tiny
specialise
guy.
at that.
What's his name? What should we call him?
Don't give him a name if we're not going to rescue him.
Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim. We've named him. He's one of us.
When you see him later, both his arms are missing, and he's just got these crutches that he's
Oh,
he's
no.
pushing himself along with all his
What have
stunts.
they done to you, Tiny Tim?
Anyway, that didn't happen. That's not canon. Where are we now?
I rolled 10, so we're on Caravan Court. U6.
Caravan Court. All right.
We will remember you, Tiny Tim.
I say just before
What?
I go out of range.
Tiny Tim, if you hear this message, make sure that you return to the... What's it called?
Bowels of the Earth.
Bowels of the earth.
And you hear it go.
Oh,
That's it.
he's so
Talking
cute.
to.
Tiny Tim.
Who's Tiny Tim?
Where are we next? Sorry, Caravan Court.
U6.
And
Alright.
we've gone past lunch break.
Oh yeah.
So, Cole's like, right, yeah, Caravan Court I'm next, but
Put 6 on.
a hero's feast on me before we get there. So let's get some grub. It's like, and I'll pay, of course, I'll pay. Thanks for that great favour you did by playing that prank. So he buys your lunches for you, and I will say each of you get a point for this.
Yeah.
But you won't get any more points from breaking it. Felzoon's folly from this point onwards, but because you've all earned a point in gratitude for going above and beyond with that prank. Okay.
I'm 9.5 points.
I've got 10.
Did I get a point for talking to the Dragonborn? I didn't.
No.
Yo.
Sorry, just making a note.
What day are we on? Day 5?
6.
6.
So we need to meet up with our contact, don't we?
Later on, yeah. Okay,
Well, I feel like we're not accomplishing what we were supposed to accomplish.
Are we like currently eating? Sorry.
you are, yeah. And then you're going to go to Caravan Court again. You've been
So-
here previously.
So we're carrying the owlbear thing tonight, and then we're also meeting up with the person, so we can do that at the same time, I guess. And then
Weren't we supposed to have been investigating this network or something?
And also, someone in our midst is against us or something. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
And,
fortune
and then there's that guy we're supposed to be tracking as well.
Yeah.
But we're hoping that that's the file report on it.
I was going to say, Aaron, whilst we're eating, can Bramble do some stuff?
Yes,
that's
if
cool.
you want to. What
Yeah.
is it you want to do?
Oh well, he was obviously he's wearing his new hat, right? The one that gives him true sight.
Yeah.
So he was one of the things with true sight is you can perceive the original form of a shape changer or a creature that is transformed by magic. So he was going to put on the hat and looking through the hat's eyes at the party and at the dung sweepers to see if any of them are actually transformed or by magic or shape changes.
So as you're looking over each of them, all of them appear to be exactly who they are, except for Camlin. And Camlin, though you can't see what he is, you can see that his form has like a fluctuating quality to it, like it's constantly rippling and refreshing his physique. So it's like quavering, like constantly.
That's what all the women's clothing is for.
Mm.
For his many faces.
Oh god, he's a many-faced god.
So what do you want to do about that?
Well, whilst eating, he's probably going to keep that a secret and relay it whilst everyone's departed, or you can get Ezra or Cray Cray by themselves. Because he thinks they're the smartest, of course.
Just as a fun thing, while you were looking through your hat and looking at True Sight, Ezra kind of glowed. You know.
Oh. Oh, by the way, whilst I have this hat, when I'm looking through the hat, if anyone was looking at me, my eye sockets went blank.
Yeah.
Like there was no eyes.
So
They were rendered hollow.
do any of you notice this? Let's do a perception check to see if any of you notice Bramble's sudden lack of eyes.
24.
24. So anybody that got above 10 will notice that Bramble's eyes suddenly just go
Yeah, mine go well.
disappear. So he's just got these vacant.
So when I see that, can I very quickly try and create a distraction by just like slamming my hand on the table?
So all the dung sweepers' like attention is suddenly turned towards you, Ezra, and Jasper's like, "What did you do that for? What's wrong? What's going on? I nearly shit my pants."
There was a fly. I was going to get my food.
It's like, oh god, on the table that they're eating at. So Grog
Yeah.
slams a table and it just bucks and just everybody's food just goes into the air. And Cole is like, whoa! What you bloody do that for? All the fucking grab's gone.
Can I try and catch the food?
Okay, do a dex save.
Just my food. I'm not going to get
Dexterity
everyone's food.
saving.
Craig was just staring into these ocular cavities.
Yeah.
Just like,
Sucking
Would this
voids.
be acrobatics, do you think?
No, saving throw. Dex saving throw for me, please.
Oh, saving throw. 13.
13. I'd say you save roughly half of them, like putting them down quickly, but like maybe Cole and Faith's and Cray and Sif's food is lost. Like they're just splattered on the floor. One plate even like slaps somebody across the face on a table nearby, and he's like,
My grub!
Mind? It's like I'm trying to eat in peace here. What an outrage! This is you're nothing better than children. It's like I demand that these people be ejected from the premises immediately.
I cast blindness on
Hold on. I didn't do anything. I lost my food as well. Why lump me with those people?
So he casts blood. He's like, oh, my eyes! What's going on? Suddenly I'm blind! Food is poisoned! And he's just like, someone has poisoned and blinded me! And he's stumbling around, he's smashing into other people's tables and knocking their food, and they're like, oh, and a mass uproar occurs, and then Felzun the dwarf is like, what the bloody hell is going on here? What calamity have you brought into my establishment, Cole? And Cole's like, no. I'll cover all damages. Please, Felzun. Please, it was a total accident. Our big friend here, he doesn't know his own strength. He's like, I've heard all the excuses, and I warn you, I will not accept this kind of behaviour in my establishment.
I give him 5 gold.
And he's like, oh.
There you go, misunderstanding.
Yes, of course, and you see like his eyes take on a feverish qualities. He sees the colour of the coin, and he's like, yes, well, this should cover all of the damage. Nice. He's like, now everybody settle down. It was merely an accident. I will either reimburse what you paid for the lost food and drink, or I'll be happy to furnish you all with a replacement as quickly as our kitchen can create them. It's really up to you. I'll take all of your orders right now.
Can my friend Bramble have a drink? I think he's extremely dehydrated.
Right. We'll get to you last, being as you are actually the cause of all of this kerfuffle. He's like, right, yes. My attendants will clean up the mess. Don't you worry about that. So we'll even pay for any cleaning bills that might be required for the Launderers Guild.
Running around.
Yeah, he's like, I'm blind. And one of the attendees is going to be like, they're there now.
I'll head over to him and cast Lesser Restoration to relieve him of his effect.
My eyesight is back. I could see. It's a miracle. I was praying to Amornator, and he heard my call. He heard it, and has blessed me again with sight. He said, I must go to the church. and give thanks. And he rushes out immediately, like,
Another accidental
he grabs his wife. He's like, okay, and she allows herself to be led out of Felzun's folly to the Temple of the Sun.
Well done, girl.
I'm like waving my hand in front of Bramble's face.
You can see that where the scrunched up scowl of the
eyes
of
are
the
in
hat. His eyes are deeply recessed within the hat's eye sockets.
You've been sucking your food too hard. Stop it.
So Cole's like, bloody. He's like, can you guys calm down? Like, just behave, will you? Like, oh, big fella, like. You're too strong for that kind of thing. Just keep your hands in your.
Bramble gonna put his hat back, or is he?
Oh yeah, Bramble will be out of
suspicious for any long.
Exactly.
Nobody
I'm just constantly in True Sight.
Nobody noticed.
No, I've probably come out of True Sight at this point.
But some of the other customers are like, well, that man claimed that the food was poisoned and that it had robbed him of his sight. Is there some kind of contamination? Are we all going to suffer a effect. I mean, I need reassurance, Mr. Felzoon, that this is not going to happen to you.
Kindness.
Do you really? Are you? What alignment are you now? What?
Chaotic good.
And how does this help your cause?
I'm making people have fun.
Good grief. Okay, she's like, oh, I can feel it. My eyes. I'm also blind. Feldon is like, what is going on here? He's like, quickly, my dear, take care of her. And he turns to you, he's like, I know that you are responsible for this. You are banned from this establishment for all time. I will not accept this call. Like, and if I want that job doing for free, I will not pay you for that job tomorrow. Like you later on, whenever it is, I've forgotten. I'm sorry. He's like, but you will do that for me for nothing, and you will also owe me another favour, or you will be banned from the premises for the duration of my entire
Oh my god.
management of this establishment. And he's like, now I wish you to leave, all of you. Get out of my sight.
At least let me fix that poor woman's sight before we go.
What did you say?
At least allow me to fix that poor woman's sight before we go.
Ah, that's the least you can do. Go ahead. So the woman's like, oh, I'll never gaze upon the beautiful face of that.
Do lesser restoration on her.
Do you cast lesser restoration on her again?
Yeah.
Okay, she's like,
Be healed, my lady, and we apologize for any inconvenience, but I assure you it's nothing to do with the food here. It's just a strange side effect of this.
Furnace is like, perhaps a rare bout of, but pocket of wild magic had suddenly.
Oh, it does happen.
Occurred.
It certainly does
yes,
happen.
it does. Yes, my dear, I have experienced this myself frequently. She's like, oh my goodness. Oh, well, let us hope that fucking the lawful order of magisters can do something to her. I must go and report this immediately to the watch. And she's like, and she goes off to report this incident to.
Oh god, we're gonna have to kill her. It's the only way to stop it. Are you evil?
No.
And Felton says, you're right, a fine mess you have created. He's like, now that is done, get out of my sight. And he points towards the door.
We'll be back later to help you with the chair.
Yes, you will, and you will do it for free.
I'm having deja vu.
So, Cole's like, what a bloody performance that was. He's like, right, come on then, we've got to go to the
Ezra punched
caravan
the table and then
I don't look, as great as I think you are, you're also an absolute fucking nightmare. It's like clearly you guys have earned your reputation, like the Misfits.
I think we're just getting restless because we're trapped in this city shoveling poo.
What? I heard that you were well compensated for this this favour you were doing for us.
Okay,
Right, whatever. Come on, we've got to go to the caravan court. Pile in. So you all, and Faith and everyone are all kind of like looking at you a bit, and they're just like, Jasper's like, say, what the bloody hell? He's like, I've never seen anything like it. Camlan's just sulking in the corner, and Faith is like, I mean, really, I didn't even get to finish my food. I'm famished. He's like, it's. Just try to behave yourselves, will you?
Yeah, have some of this jerky.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Oh, that very kind of you. Yeah. She's like, oh.
It's Owlbear.
It's like, by the light. She's like, this is foul. It's like,
No,
thank you.
Owlbear.
No, thank you all the same. She's like, no, I'll eat this good berry. And she's like, so
Not Foulbear.
you arrive at the caravan court, which is where Ezra previously encountered those bawdy dragonborn that were talking ill of the employees at the Golden Horn, and so Cole's like, right, load out, let's get this. As you can see, we've got quite a bit of work ahead of us because the caravan court is where as is by the name, the court is where a lot of traffic comes in and out, and it's always just covered in crap. So and it's living up to its reputation today. There's just heaps of it just lying around, steaming all over the place. But as you are setting to and helping the dung sweepers with their task, you see that there's two stout dwarves are unloading some forge bars from the back of their cart into a handheld cart to be ferried to another location in the city. And can some of you do a perception check for me, please?
Yep.
Mm. 7.
10.
7, 10,
19.
19,
21.
21. Terrible.
Bramble got 17.
What did you get? 7.
17.
So
Not 7.
those of you
Jesus.
that got above 15
I got 7.
notice a number
Oh,
of
boy.
rats
Oh boy.
pour out of the side of the dwarves' cart and start scurrying around the back of another caravan of wagons that have pulled up that are about to unload various goods from their carriage beds, and suddenly you hear like shrieking and screaming coming from that area, like oh my god, get off me, ah! And the dung sweepers are just like, he's like, don't know what's going on over there. Like,
Let's go have a look.
so
Yeah, let's go help.
what do you want to do?
Yeah, I guess we run to the.
Are all of you going?
Okay.
No, maybe not all of us. We still need to look after
Kayla
the
is.
dung sweepers.
Kayla is.
I'll go with Kayla.
Kayla and Cricket. So as you move over, you can hear the screaming is intense, but it doesn't sound like murder. It sounds like somebody's being
Frightened?
yeah, like or like they're being harassed by something, like a wasp or something, like and you can hear like the sound of like multiple like flapping, like to you it sounds like a flock of birds, wings, or like a number of birds flapping in, and you can see activity through the canvas sort of cover of the wagons, like someone inside is being
Jesus.
harried by something.
Is it like sewn, like tied shut? Or
Yeah, you'd probably have to either pull the ropes off.
Yeah, I'll
or,
try and like pull it.
Yeah, so as you just do a strength check for me, we'll see how much of this you can reveal.
Can assist. Ooh.
23.
23. So Cray just rips off
I rolled
the canvas
21.
cover from the frame of over the carriage bed. Yeah. And inside you can see a man is being attacked by two men. Sorry, like one at the rear and one at the further end, who were just about passing boxes over to each other, which has been dropped and spilled at an odd angle on its side. There are 5 imps flying around them and like and scratching and diving at this guy. Now that the awning is off, like they fly up higher above and are swooping down and dive bombing at people. They're all like, ah! People are running away from them, like, oh, devils and demons! Ah!
Do we see this from
Yeah,
where we are?
yeah, where you are, all of a sudden it's just like chaos erupts.
Start running a little bit at that point.
Look,
Okay.
Kayla, demons!
The man is like,
Beat
help
me.
me, I've been stung! Oh, it hurts! So he's got this big, like, wound in his side
Uh-oh.
that automatically is starting, you can see that it's starting to blacken
Ugh.
from
Oh.
these creatures, these imps have got like a scorpion tail coming from the bottom of their spines,
my
above
God.
their posteriors.
How big are they?
They're tiny, so they're probably about a foot, maybe something like that, a foot high. and
Scorpion-like tail.
scorpion tails, bat wings, talons on like their fingers and toes, like big bat-like ears, fangs in their mouths, and they're red. They're like a dark red in colour.
Like the storyteller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to do about this? So Kayla and Craig are already
Get my
there.
axe out.
Have you rushed over?
I'd like to
I think I'd start coming over after.
Yeah. Sif, what do you want to do?
What do I want to do? Hold on, catch me up. Because I got
a bunch, 5 imps have suddenly like emerged and started assaulting people in the court. They're dive bombing people and stinging them with their tails.
Oh well, you know, I assume I probably just have my broom with me rather than my weapon.
Yeah, I mean it's up to you. Your trusty
That's
broom.
gonna be on the wagon.
Yeah.
Well, I take the business. I mean, I take my broom and go at them with the business end of it.
Okay. All right. So those of you that are engaging with the imps, roll initiative for me, please.
17.
24.
17.
24.
So
18.
24. What did you get, Bramble?
18.
18. Ezra, what did you get?
24.
24.
Oh, you got 24 as well. Okay.
Good
Kayla.
roll.
4.
Oh boy.
Sif, what did you get?
17.
17. Oh, okay, you're rolling all pretty good today. Let me just do the imps.
Hello just watches as we annihilate these 5 imps.
She just gets distracted by like a stone.
Ooh,
That's
shiny.
pretty.
Oh,
Maybe she's staring at that guy's wound like, ugh.
maybe.
You want
Maybe
to
she's
see a
just so
doctor?
disgusted by the wound
Ugh.
that she's just staring at it. I can't look away.
He looks mad. You've been stabbed up, mate.
Okay. So, as you guys rush over to intercept these imps as they're harrying people, dive bombing them and attempting to sting them and rake at them with their claws, the 2 dragonborn that you saw the other day that Ezra redirected come into the court, look around and see Ezra, and one of them shouts, "There he is, the one who lied to us.
Oh god.
Get him!"
Oh
And they
god.
both start rushing over towards you. So I'm just going
So
to.
you made some friends.
Never piss off.
I make friends everywhere I go.
It's just gonna bear with me a sec. So that's.
Are they bad guys? Am I allowed to engage? Activate kill mode.
Your prime directive is broken.
Some socks, my feet are cold.
I play my character as he likes to create mischief, but he'll only really hurt people who are evil.
Bless you.
Jesus.
Okay.
Ah,
So
that hurt my eye.
They rush over towards you, Ezra. Now, in terms of combat, one of the imps in the lead gets to go first, and it rushes at Cray Cray, dive bombing straight towards his head.
Damn.
And that is that's an 18 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, so you're gonna take some damage. So you take 7 points of piercing damage, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Oh Christ. How much piercing damage? 7.
Yeah.
Ooh, bad.
I I rolled a 14 con.
Oh, you're good. Okay. So you take 5 points of poison damage as the tail like retracts and leaves like a gaping sort of bloody wound in your shoulder. You can feel that there's something more than just like it's injected some venom into you and it's starting to sting and swell. But nowhere near as rapidly as what you saw on that gentleman who took one in the side before you started combat. So it's now your go, Cray.
I will smack the imp that stabbed me. Push it away.
You can attack it.
I'll attack it a couple of times and then hopefully. Oh, I rolled a natural 20.
Nice.
Do 1 billion damage. How are we doing natural 20s again?
You
roll
whatever the damage dice is. So if it's D8, it's 8, and then it's plus the roll of the dice, double the roll, double the dice. Sorry.
31 damage. 8 of it is fire.
Okay, 31 damage. Okay, and this is with your axe, or is it defending?
Yes, it's with my axe.
So as it swoops back after retracting its sting, you're just like, and it just splits into 2 pieces. It just goes flying away, like spurting blood. And it's like, and then it hits the ground and instantly starts to dissolve into a puddle of like dark black, like dark red, blackish gunk, like steams.
We'll have to clean that up.
So there's one down. Anything else?
Is anyone near me? Another one.
They're all one of them is swooping around near Ezra now. One of them is swooping around. Sorry, not near Ezra. Near Bramble. One of them's near Sif. One of them's near Kayla.
Can I use my movement to go over to it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You can definitely get within that distance.
Okay,
I would say.
I've got 2 more smacks.
Yeah.
I smack.
Go for it.
Oh, that's not very good.
Wait, let's get some battle music on the go.
It's only a 13.
13.
Yeah.
That is a hit.
Oh, holy shit. That's 13. 20.
Yeah.
7 of that is fire.
Yeah. So the one that's who are you going towards? It's Bramble, Sif, or Kalo that they're next to.
I'll go to the one near Kayla because she's low on the.
Okay. So
on the initiative.
you basically just obliterate that one as well, like cleaving it from the head down through its pelvis, parting it in 2. And as with the other one, as it's screeching, as it's bifurcated, it just starts to dissolve into like a dark red steaming gunk, like a tar, like a reddish tar that splats onto the cobblestones and steams.
Did you have some plan?
It doesn't sound like they're all grouped up, so I might fight the Dragonborn.
Okay. Kayla, did you have something planned to do?
Not
So
particularly, no.
I can advance your initiative.
I'm not.
I was gonna take a look at the guy's injury, but
So I'll swing at the other bugger.
Okay.
To get him out
Yeah.
of the way.
Which one? There's one next to Sif and there's one next to Bramble.
I go to the one next to Bramble because I think
Okay.
Sif can.
Yeah.
Oh, why not me?
He don't like you.
You got a broom.
It stabs you in the eye.
I got a broom covered in shit.
26.
Do you know how to
hit.
use that broom?
Yeah,
I'm going to use
that's
that.
it.
You worry.
So that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22.
Yeah. Okay. Again, that thing's just annihilated.
I rolled high.
And you this time you don't even hit it with the blade. You just swat it, and it just explodes from the impact. Like, like it's just
I point to the fence.
yeah. Yeah. It's like it just spatters and tar like steaming dark red droplets like pitter patter down onto the cobblestones.
How many's left?
So there's only 2 left of the imps now.
Okay, that's me all done, but I'm like, don't let him stab you! I'm full of poison or something!
Okay, so it's now Boggart's go. What are they doing?
Oh, I probably won't get to kill anything.
The
Ooh,
two
I wouldn't say that, Pat.
the two dragonborn that are running towards,
It's
Edward,
Sif.
they look like they're gonna attack.
They don't look happy. But then how can you tell with Dragonborn? Do you want to do some kind of check to see what their intent might be?
Are they like
No.
drawing their weapons?
They're not drawing their weapons, but they are angrily storming towards like.
So I'll just sort of mention I'll take care of these guys. Don't worry about it.
Okay, your funeral.
So how many imps are there left?
There's 2 left. One's harrying above Sif, and there's another one that's between him and Kayla.
I will.
Hovering is what I meant to say. For those pedants out there that want to correct me.
I will
I've got a mustache now. Don't you miss.
I will cast blindness on the one that's harrying.
Sif, okay. Yeah. Nice. So I need to make a. Is it Constitution, Wisdom? What do I have to do? Or is it just there's a no saving throw?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Blindness. You can blind or deafen a foe. Choose one creature you see within your range to make a Constitution saving
I
throw.
thought it might be Constitution. It fails. It definitely fails.
Cool. It is blind.
Okay, so the creature's like, as it's like going to strafe Sif, suddenly its eyes blacken over, and because they were blazing yellow, and it's just like, and it flails about in the air like unable to guide itself now, and it's just like flapping desperately to try and recover from the effect.
If it gets close enough to the ground, can Grog attempt to grab it by the stinger
Go
tail?
ahead, do a
grappling check, strength, is it?
Is it strength or is it dex? Strength athletics. I don't know. Grapple. You can just attempt to grab it.
Grapple strength.
But to grapple, doesn't it have to be already in your space? Anyway, go ahead. Whatever.
Well, I want to grab it by the tail.
Yeah,
so I'll do a
let's just do this.
thing. So that's 17.
Yeah, that's more than enough to succeed. Yeah. So you were going for the tail, were you?
Yeah,
So
and I yank it down.
yeah, it's.
And then attempt to clasp some manacles on it.
Okay.
He's tiny.
So it's desperately like.
Yeah,
scrabbling
but
and
maybe
trying to-
I just like clasp the manacle like around it, like trying to
around
like
its body, its waist.
Yeah.
Its tiny little waist.
yeah.
Um,
Because it's not going to be around its
do
wrist.
a. What would this be?
I'm just trying to it's trying to get it as evidence like that.
Dex, I guess. Do it some kind of.
16.
16, yeah, that's enough. So, despite the creature's mad wriggling and writhing and trying to slash at you blindly, you
Job, Grog.
you manage to just like put this manacle around its waist, and it's like, and it's trying to claw at the thing, trying to get it off, and it just can't break the shackle.
I'd calm down if I was you.
Refuses to do that. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's it.
that's
So Ezra, these dragonborn are bearing down upon you like.
Okay.
Business.
I'll just say you got to catch me first. I'm just gonna run.
Oh god.
So I use my move action to run 30 feet away, my action to dash, and my bonus action as with the expeditious retreat spell. So
Okay.
total of 90 feet.
Okay, wow.
Just zipped out of it.
Yeah, that's you're way ahead of them.
I guess that's why that
So
didn't really matter.
they don't seem deterred by this though. So they're like, you see one of them register as you're looking back over your shoulder, like some mild surprise at how swift you are.
Yeah.
And then he snorts his nostrils like with steam that literally just, and he's like, and he increases his own speed in an effort to catch up to you. So in mad pursuit of you. So you're about 30 feet ahead of them still though, so he hasn't caught up to you. Bramble, your turn. Unless you want to do more, Ezra. Was that? You did everything.
No, that's it.
Yeah. That was all you could do really. Bramble, yeah, you're up.
Cool. How many more of those flying things are left?
There are two. One's currently grappled by Grogget, the ogre, and the other one is flying around between Kayla and Sif. Sort of, it has yet to pick a target. It's kind of like.
Cool. I'll go for that one.
Okay.
Kill it!
One sec. A ranged spell attack. So, 20, that's 27?
Yeah, that's a hit.
That's a hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Takes 1d12 lightning damage. So it takes 10 lightning damage.
Okay. So as the lightning strikes the creature, it's atomized upon impact. It's like, and it just, the shower of sparks are all that remains of its physical being. It's, just, it's like a firework exploding. It's gone. You did it. That's what next? Anything else, Bramble?
Oh no, that's Bramble.
Okay.
So Bramble.
So the creature that's in restraints.
Did I actually manage to get the manacle on him?
Yeah. It's. What can I do here?
Is that manacle made of iron?
Yeah. Play creatures.
So it
Is that in D&D then?
it just like scows at you. It's like, and then it like makes to oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't. It can't do that.
It's restrained.
Yeah, it's restrained. So it's like, and it suddenly disappears.
But it's still in the thing.
You don't know that. This is Grogget, isn't it? We're talking about.
Oh, where's it gone? Bog.
It's okay, Groggy. I'm sure it's still there. It's just turned invisible.
Punch
We
it.
do an intelligence check for me to see if Grog is convinced by this.
Not great. 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not horrendous.
Yeah, he knows, and he can actually feel its tail still in his hand writhing about. So he's
Just
not.
don't let go of its tail, Grog, because
He's
that
not
will
fooled.
still sting us.
So Sif, it's your turn. So there's only one of these imps left, and it's currently in the hands of Grogget. But there are those two Dragonborn pursuing Ezra. So do you want to intervene at all?
Ezra said that he's going to handle them himself, so I'm kind of reluctant.
Okay.
It's
Because
just getting stabbed in the corner.
he seems like he knows what he's talking about. So I'm going to take advantage of the imp being held, and I'm just gonna give it a wee stab with my.
Okay. You're just gonna like with the broom end.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't have my spear, so yeah, I'm gonna stab it. Like I'm gonna stab it with the pointy end of the.
Can I attempt not to let him stab the thing?
If you want to, yeah.
Why?
Because
So you roll your attack, Sif, and you roll a dex, maybe sleight of hand check. Sleight of hand. See if you've just got.
It's not going to be good enough to be in super fastness.
What did you get?
19 to hit.
Yeah. So, like, slow to react. Grogget, realizes too late what's going to happen. He's like, "Argh!" And as he goes to move the body of the invisible body of the imp away, Sif just goes and connects with it. So, roll your damage, please, Sif.
It's happening right now. Yeah. Okay. Right, so it takes 10 points of piercing damage.
Yeah. So.
And 1 point of radiant damage.
Okay. So as you perforate the thing, feeling the end of the shaft
Oh no, sorry, it doesn't take any radiant damage.
Okay,
but that's just one less.
It gores it basically, and you feel it push into the flesh, and it suddenly becomes visible, screeching and writhing in Grog's hands, and then it's just and just goes limp, dead, completely dead.
What are you doing, Sif? We need that as evidence.
And then it slowly starts to disintegrate into that reddish
evidence
substance, and it heats up and starts to scald Grogget's hand. Does he keep hold of it, or does he let go?
He just lets it go.
Okay, and it just slops onto the cobblestones in a steaming heap.
Quickly scoot that up.
We need to tell the Lords of Waterdeep that this is a thing. We can't.
I'm sure they're going to take the word of a noble and a monk, And I look to Ezra, kind of run. I guess you're running away.
You're looking at the back of my head right now.
Yeah. When and if our noble
This is my noble retreat.
Yeah. What's that song from the Monty Python film?
It's not Brave, Brave's a Robert. So Robert, run away.
Well, that's from Monty Python and the Holy Grail, isn't it?
I can't remember.
Was that from Time Bandits? No,
Braves, Robert.
Yeah. Glad we got that sorted. Kayla, you're up. So the imps have all been dispatched. They're now just steaming piles of tar on the cobblestones. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I wanted to take a look at the guy's wound.
Okay, yeah, so it's starting to sort of suppurate and blacken. He's clearly been infected with some poison from its venom. It's like, oh, can you help me, miss? Can you help me? It's really starting to burn. I can feel it spreading throughout my body.
Oh, Jesus.
Kill him.
I can try and give him
Kill
some
him.
of my canteen, but I don't know if that'll deal with infections. It's just healing.
End his suffering.
No.
Fill him.
Well, it's clearly poison. So, I mean, your experience would tell you that much. So,
Yeah.
if you've got something that can deal with poison,
I don't know if I do. I don't think I do. So I turn around to everybody and say, like, does anybody have anything that can any antidotes for poison?
as you
Or can
say, it's a
anybody brew
Dragon Ball
something?
and goes stomping past you furiously.
Who's that guy? I don't think I do.
Yeah, I could have helped.
Ezra's away. Like he's out of earshot.
This is a case for Ezra.
He's busy.
Where's he going?
Okay.
I run after
Is the
him.
Dragonborn heading off after Ezra?
Yeah, they're definitely heading towards him where he's retreating.
Okay.
I run off after him.
In that.
Brave Sir Robert.
Okay. Are we fighting the Dragonborns?
Run away.
Say again, Kat. Sorry.
Are we fighting the Dragonborns?
I don't know. That's up to you guys. What are you doing?
I guess we are.
When danger reared its ugly head, he bravely turned his tail and fled. Sir
I'm
Robert.
running after Ezra because he needs
Yeah,
to
I'm
do
gonna
that
run
sort
in
of
that
situation.
direction too.
Okay, so you're dashing after him
Yeah.
in pursuit of the
Bravely
Dragonborn.
Sir Robert.
Dashing after the dashing Ezra.
So as
Yeah,
yeah, So as you turn to do so in pursuit of the Dragonborn pursuing Ezra, another figure enters the court, and it's the Goliath warrior that you beat in a game of chance at the Yawning Portal a few nights ago. And he says, in a booming voice, who won it off him? Was it Grogget? He points at the ogre and he says, "You! I want my father's sword back! I challenge thee!" And we'll end the session there.
Oh, shit.
Man. Still got that.
Disintegrate.
It is not the answer to everything.
It will when it
I'm trying an alternative solution here, and we're still going to kill them, probably.
Oh dear.
Okay, so thank you for playing, everybody, and thanks to anybody that
you.
watched us. That was, I hope that was
Thank
enjoyable.
you.
I went from being chaotic good to chaotic neutral.
We certainly enjoyed ourselves anyway. So,
Why did you poison that or blind that woman?
It was funny.
it's just
Why
like
not?
Jay Malarick again. We
Fine.
thought Max was going to play a different character, and he.
No, that Max will never play a different character
I
because
can't,
Max
it's
is
in my
playing.
blood to just be slightly...
It's in my
Max Trolls, lovable prankster.
What we didn't realise was
Lovable murderer, prankster,
Yeah, when
child
Bramble-
killer, rapist.
When Bramble looked
We
at
love him.
he looked at Bog and saw Malaric.
Yeah.
when you were saying that, I was like, yeah, like, maybe.
Sees your real evil nature. You're just black, just like a black shadow with baleful red eyes. Okay.
It's
does
just a
anybody-
black shadow puppet over Bog and Grog.
Is this a backstory of yours that I don't know about? Do I need to know something here, Max, that you haven't yet to inform me about?
I am not Mallory. I've never seen Mallory.
Who's Malaric?
Who is Malaric? T-shirt.
Medieval.
Has anyone got anything that they want to shout out about before we sign off?
Planet
Anything?
Zoo just came out.
What did?
Our friends worked on it.
What did?
Planet Zoo.
Planet Zoo. Yeah. So
Yeah.
our friends
India worked on it.
who are game artists worked on Planet Zoo. So please check that out and buy it.
It has red pandas, so come on.
It does look
What
adorable.
I
more
did like
recommendation
Zoo.
do you need?
I did love Zoo Tycoon, so I'll probably pick it up.
Yeah, it was
All right.
pretty.
So those of you out there
it's pretty
Planet
tight.
who like the video games and like supporting creative people and a creative industry, please go buy that game. You'll keep people in jobs, which
Yep.
is
You can raise hippos
you can raise hippos.
or something like that.
What other game gives you that option?
Not many.
Hippo Razor Sim.
I mean, obviously there's the Hippo Simulator.
Untitled hippo game.
Hippo sim.
Hippo sim. Anything else? Anything else?
I guess D&D related. The Dispel Dice Kickstarter started
Ooh,
like
yeah.
day,
Ooh.
Yeah.
which I've pledged towards because they're freaking
Reaches for
gorgeous.
Yeah, the Dispel Dice Kickstarter, who are great. They create some really nice and exotic
Oh my gosh.
dice. So if you can afford to get in on that and support it, then please do.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I need to give a shout out about these. Hang on. So, for those of you who are unaware, the second volume of the Monster Manual Expanded
Oh jeez.
is now available on the DM's Guild.
Ooh.
And these are excellent resources for game masters, dungeon masters to use if they want some variety in their bestiaries to choose from. They basically keep you more savvy players like the ones I have to deal with, who read everything and are veteran players, and also DMs. So it'll keep them on their toes because they won't know about any of the stuff in here. He says after just revealing it to them all. But yeah,
I find that offensive because actually one of our characters doesn't have any toes. The ablest scum.
What do you keep mentioning
But
there?
yeah, as I say, this is the latest instalment in that series, and it basically gives you updated variants of the creatures that you can find in the Monster Manual, Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, Xanathars, and various other official sources. So you've got like lesser and greater versions of the existing creatures to toy with, to torment your players with. So I highly recommend it. It's been the first volume I've used a lot in our games here, unbeknownst to these fools, and
Could have fooled me.
very handy, very handy. I love you all. Please don't take that seriously. But yeah, so get that. What else is there to talk about? The Division 2 DLC that Max has had a hand in, and Mike was also part of the.
You made a hand.
The original
I thought you were an
Division. So
environment artist.
please, if you like those games, buy and download this next installment, expansion, whatever the fuck. Because again, you're supporting creative people in a creative industry.
Go on holiday.
And feed your baby.
Yeah, don't buy
And,
food.
I guess.
Don't buy food and clothes and pay bills.
Oh,
Frivolously
give us
spend it
money.
on entertainment.
pay for our functional alcoholisms.
Yeah. What else is there? What is there any other games? Sea of Thieves. Saren worked on Sea of Thieves.
I'm gonna have to run, guys. I will see you next week.
See you later, Mike.
Bye,
See you
Mike.
guys.
Thanks for playing, dude.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, now all the windows are all fucked up.
Yay!
Ugh.
It's
We
fine.
said,
It's
"Oh my God!"
it's nearly over.
So Dispo Dice. What else was there to promote? My
Oh yeah.
My adventure is on the DM's Guild, the Fox and the Fae. It's set in the Feywild, and if you like intrigue and a challenge, then please do buy it. It's also in Volume 1 of the RPG Writer Workshop bundle, along with 18 other excellent adventures from other creators. So if you want like a deal, you get all of them and mine in one package. That would be appreciated if you would be so kind. What else is there to promote? Coming soon to the DM's Guild is a new anthology series that I'm contributed to, and also these guys have provided some art to it for it as well. It's called Blood Ties Volume 1, Blood Stained, and that'll be coming out soon, before the end of the year, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Anything else? Have I missed? Is there anything else I've missed? I'm sure
I think you do a pretty good job, man.
I'm sure I've missed somebody out that I was meant to give a shout out to today.
Oh, the person who sent you those, you did that.
I've already done that.
Yeah.
Dragonix basically is the mind behind the Monster Manual expanded series. So, like I say, do please have a look at them and support their work.
I don't know if Dragonix is a man or a woman.
I don't know, and it's immaterial.
Dragonix.
Yeah. Oh God, I know there's something I'm missing.
They do good stuff. Oh no!
You just pledged $1,000.
No, I don't know. There's nothing else I can think of at the minute. So we'll sign off. So thank you very much for watching and listening to me ramble. And I do hope my moustache didn't put anybody else off. From
I just haven't looked at you this whole evening.
Quite the opposite.
I mean, it is a very fetching mustache.
Yeah, I haven't been staring at anyone else or anything else besides that mustache.
It's probably only going to be here for a couple of weeks, so enjoy it while
We
you can.
better make the most of it.
Yeah, make the most of this.
No, don't shave it just yet.
Quickly, someone take a screenshot.
Honestly, this cum catcher is going as soon as possible.
Hey.
Right. Farewell, everybody. We're back next Wednesday at the same time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.